I don't think I even realized how obsessed with my appearance I was when I was chronically online. I just thought it was a normal part of being a young person, I guess. A lot of my friends were experiencing the same feelings, and a lot of people on the internet, I think, were experiencing the same thing. So I was like, this is just kind of how it is to be a human being, I guess. But also, I was so wrapped up in it. I was so obsessed with what I looked like that I wasn't even thinking about anything else, which might be shocking to some of you because I also am somebody who's been known to be super raw. Emma doesn't wear makeup all the time. She's so natural. She, you know, she doesn't care if she looks like shit. Yes, but I have my own sort of criteria. Like, I can look like shit as long as in my eyes I still look kind of good. Do you know what I'm saying? So in my own head, there was still an obsession and there was still a focus on it. It just might be a little bit different than yours or than the average person because I'm weird and whatever. But a few years ago, I was constantly looking in mirrors and looking in the front camera of my phone. All day, every day, I was checking to see what I look like. And I knew every single nook and cranny of my face at every given moment. Like if I had a pimple, I was so hyper aware of that pimple. If there was like a new little wrinkle on my forehead, a new little line on my forehead, I'd know about it. If my face was a little bit puffy because I ate something really salty, I noticed and I was upset by it. I was also obsessed with taking photos, which I think was made worse because, I have a career on the internet. I post photos of myself wearing clothes and doing this and doing that because arguably that's a part of my job. But I was even more obsessed. Like I was unnecessarily obsessed with taking photos of me in outfits and just selfies and this and that all the time, partially because it was my job, but also because like I wanted to prove to myself maybe that I looked good. And if I looked good in a photo, then it was like this sort of evidence like, oh, I look good. And that made me feel good. There was an unhealthy emphasis on taking photos of myself during that time. I also think that my quote, wellness habits, if you will. Okay. Wellness meaning like exercise, skincare, hair care, what I was eating, like my wellness routine, if you can call it that, was forced for sure. There were elements of it that were enjoyable, but like there were little bits and pieces of my routine that I think were forced. Like, for example, I used to do this really challenging cardio weightlifting boot camp workout class all the time. Like that was my go-to workout class. And in retrospect, like I really did love that class. I think to an extent, but like, did I? I dreaded it almost every time I went. It really exhausted me and I didn't really enjoy lifting weights. Like it wasn't for me actually. Like I was just doing that because I thought, okay, I need to find the hardest workout possible and do that because that's going to put me in the best possible shape and I'm going to be as healthy as, you know what I mean? And that was a bit forced. And then like another example would be, I used to use this microcurrent tool, like this like facial tool. It's like this little thing that zaps your face and makes it sort of snatched, if you will. And I used to do that like every other day. And to be honest, I hated using that tool. Like it was so annoying to me. But I thought that it helped my face sort of depuff, if you will. I thought it made my face look more, I guess, chiseled. And so I did it every other day, 10 minutes. But I hated doing it so much that like it was such an annoying part of my routine. I was sort of doing a lot of things in my day-to-day life for the sake of my appearance that weren't really enjoyable for me. And last but not least, when I look back at that time, I just remember constantly feeling upset and stressed because I didn't feel like I looked good. Like I never felt satisfied with what I looked like. I always felt like something was wrong and I was always obsessing over it. And I cried a lot about it. In retrospect, it makes complete sense to me. I was scrolling on TikTok for probably at least an hour a day. I was on Instagram scrolling for probably another hour a day. I was seeing a lot of hot people. The algorithm loves to push hot people doing hot things, people in really, really good shape with lots of muscles doing their workout routine. Like it naturally, subconsciously was getting to me. And I didn't even really realize it. And now I don't see that stuff anymore. And everything has changed. I mean, not everything, but it's much healthier now. Nowadays, I don't look in the mirror that much. I don't open my phone camera that much and see and check on what I look like. Unless I'm going to an event and my makeup is done and I'm about to do a red carpet and get my photo taken and I want to make sure that my lip liner is touched up, I actually don't check on what I look like very often. A good example of that would be the other day, I looked in the mirror and realized that my entire cheek is completely broken out, acne everywhere. Like I probably have like 15 little pimples on my right cheek right now. I don't know why, don't know how it happened, but I just looked in the mirror one day and it was there. And it's interesting because, a few years ago, I would have watched every single pimple come in. I would have known every single pimple was coming in. And it was sort of this beautiful moment of looking in the mirror and being like, where did all those come from? Like it like shocked me because I woke up one day and I was like, wait, how long have those been there? And that sort of nonchalance was so new to me. And it really dawned on me how different my brain is now. Am I immune to feeling insecurity? No. Like, do I look in the mirror and see a cheek full of acne and think to myself, it's okay. I love that. I love myself so much. And I'm so in everything. And I think I'm so awesome and so gorgeous that even when I have a full cheek of acne, like it makes me love myself even more. No, like, of course I look at my cheek in the mirror and I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. Like it's still a bummer. When I look in the mirror after a 12-hour plane ride and my face is puffy and I'm like, my eyes are puffy and like my hair looks like shit. And like, am I stoked about it? No, I'm not. But it's less intense of a discomfort than it used to be. Like that used to really freak me out because I was obsessed with what I look like. Now I'm like concerned about what I look like, but not to the point of like crying, not to the point of, using the microcurrent tool on my face for an extra 10 minutes. I'm not so concerned that I have a cheek full of pimples to the point where like I need to book a facial now and I need like it's fine. There's certain sort of insecurities that used to really stick out to me and really bug me that now I'm just kind of neutral about. Like they're there. It is what it is. Like I can name them for you. Number 1, my lips are very uneven. Like my left upper lip to me it's very small. It's short. It's small. Okay. Like the right side of my upper lip is round and like looks nice and I'm fine with it. The left side to me for some reason I hate. And so sometimes I'll use lip liner and like overline my lips and then you can't tell. Like right now my lips are overlined. So if you were to look at me right now, you wouldn't be able to tell. But that's something that used to really bother me. Another thing, I don't have Botox. My face is wrinkling as a 24-year-old's face will wrinkle. I don't have wrinkles, but I have some little lines. I have lines on my forehead. I have lines in between my eyebrows. I have some deep lines around my mouth, and there have been times where that's really upset me, really bothered me, and then when it comes to my body and stuff, I mean, don't even get me started. Like we all have things. It's like, why does my knee look like that? Why when I wear a tank top, does my armpit look like that? Like this is just, we're human. You know what I mean? The list goes on. And you can look at me and say, Emma, like, you're being fucking pick me and you're being ridiculous. Like, why are you're nitpicking stuff that no one notices, that no one cares about. That is exactly how I'd feel about you if you were to share the thing. Like we don't care about each other's insecurities. We don't notice these things. And even if we do, even if it's something like, oh, that, who cares? Like we don't care about each other's things. Like you might have noticed like, oh, Emma has some deep lines on her face around her mouth. You might have noticed that, but I can guarantee that you don't care. You don't think differently about me because of it. I don't know. All of this to say, I don't look in the mirror as much. I'm not checking what I look like in my front camera of my phone as much. And when I do, it's less traumatic. It's less intense.